Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Karen Simpson. A special welcome to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Government caps fuel hike as global war drives price surge. Labor Minister rejects claims of poor execution of hurricane recovery efforts. And later in sports, is a schoolgirl football set for Friday. Now the details. Up first this afternoon, a better picture of the scale of the impact of the war in the Middle East on petrol prices in Jamaica. Speaking a short while ago at this morning's post-cabinet press briefing, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz said between March 12 and April 8, 2026, the full increase in transport fuel prices averaged approximately $49.20 per litre. However, only $18 per litre was passed on to consumers. Now, based on government's price cap at $4.50 per litre, week up or down.
Cabinet has considered a revised new tiering pricing mechanism designed to allow for control and predictable adjustments, maintain consumer protection for smaller increases, enable greater flexibility during larger global price shocks. As of today, the new pricing mechanism is as follows. Based on the war in the Middle East, it has become necessary to make changes to the pricing mechanism used by Petrojam to respond to the pricing uncertainty. A tiered approach is being implemented, which will see petroleum prices being more closely aligned to global price movements. This will allow Petrojam to be more agile and respond in a more timely manner to price volatility.
A sharp rebuke this afternoon from the government amid claims by opposition MPs in Western Jamaica about the poor execution of recovery or hurricane recovery efforts. The opposition says victims in areas hardest hit by Melissa have yet to receive assistance. The PNP also pointed to gaps in the roofs program, which the MPs contend has led to persons not being assessed. However, speaking at this morning's post-cabinet press briefing, Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. rejected the claims.
There are efforts to mix truth with exaggeration and lies. And that causes a lot of confusion for the public who ultimately, because they don't know what is true, sometimes fall into disdain.
On the issue of transparency, the minister argued that status updates are posted in real time on the minister's website.
Now let's break it down. And again, I go to the dashboard. Of the 113,234 in this real-time update we're receiving right now, there are 5 levels of assessments. No damage, no significant damage, minor, major, and severe. And this is, again, another point of contention that must be clarified. We have said it before, but let me say it again. Not all persons who are assessed will receive a grant under roofs or under the shelter recovery program, because if you fall into the no damage or no significant damage categories, you will not receive a benefit. The benefit goes to minor, major, and severe. And we have 1,785 persons who we did assess, but they were assessed as no damage. They would have received some support, perhaps packages or other support, but they will not receive support for infrastructural development because it is not needed. Similarly, we have 9,958 persons with no significant damage, and many of them are being told by persons that they should agitate for grants despite knowing that they are not in the categories that should receive that benefit. Do not be used as a political tool. Not now. The time will come for that.
In the meantime, while several hard-hit areas remain without electricity, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says the Jamaica Public Service continues to make good progress in restoring service.
As it stands now, Westmoreland is at 92.63% with 2,561 customers out. St. Elizabeth is at 99.56 with 203 customers out. That is what totals the 99.6. We have 2,764 customers still out of electricity.
To other news, Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swaby is pointing to inadequate funding from central government as the reason for the lack of road repairs and maintenance across the municipality. He told the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, on Tuesday that with the One Road Authority to be established, he is yet to see how the issue will be handled. Mayor Swaby is urging increased central support to address deteriorating road conditions and speed up necessary maintenance.
With the establishment of the One Road Authority, there must be equal consideration for the capacity of the local authorities to carry out their responsibilities. If we are to deliver improved outcomes, local authority must be properly resourced, both financially and technically.
In the meantime, Mayor Swaby says some roads under the One Road Authority will be transitioned from municipalities to central government. He, however, did not provide a timeline or list of roads to be affected.